It's time to fill seed. First thing you do is you take the hydraulics that's running on the fan and you go over up here and you pull it out. And it diverts the hydraulic flow from the fan to now run the conveyor or auger. Next, you take the safety pin out, pull the pin itself out, take off the safety strap, it's much easier with a two-man operation. It gets kind of heavy. Lift up on the latch and slide it forward. And together you kind of pull out and up. Okay, place the top of the conveyor right above the bin that you intend to fill. And if it's windy out, take this lock here, just slide it up, and you can push this arm. Be careful for pinch points. Slide the arm until it locks in place. Now you don't have to worry about the wind blowing your conveyor or auger off the top. And on the top, you take the handle with your hand, push it down, and slide it over. Slide it up through this channel and stick it on either side, which will hold the lid up. It allows it to swing freely out to the side. Unhook the strap, and slide it in. There's a groove right on the side. Sometimes if the angle's right, you can hook it right in the side here. Other times the angle isn't right and you can't get it in. In that case, go ahead and hang it right on the side. But make sure it's in all the way, that you're not going to drop any product off the edge. All right, that takes care of everything up here. And once the truck has been positioned over top of the hopper, for soybeans and any other product that won't flow through this screen or will bounce out, we go ahead and take the top screen off. These pins come out, and you can pull up on this top screen and it still leaves a safety screen or mesh in the bottom. All right. Come over here, this is how you operate the conveyor. Take the handle, twist it down. Turn off the conveyor, twist it back up, and once you're finished down below and you're done, you go ahead and come up top. You can maneuver the top of the chute around by the handle, catch the safety strap, attach the safety strap into the hook, slide it out of the way. Very important to check the seal on the top to make sure there's no, like the seed there. If there's too many seeds, it'll break the seal and you won't get an accurate meter reading. So go ahead and slide it over. If the lid happens to be down like this, it won't slide, it just wedges. So you gotta just pick it up, put it back in the slots, slide the lid over till it hits the stop. The lids will not go the wrong direction. If you go all the way around like this, they hit the back side of the stop and you won't get a proper seal. So you got to make sure this stop here is on the side of it and not in front of the stop. This here is the stop right here. So you want to make sure the part that holds the seal comes right up against the back side of this stop. pick it up out of the groove or the notch and slide it down and lock it into one of the notches. If the lid is allowed to go like this down the field, you will not have a proper air pressure inside the tank, and you'll not meter the seed properly, and you'll have an inaccurate amount of seed going down. So you make sure it's down in the notch and everything's nice and solid. Get a good seal on the rubber. We're ready to go down to the bottom. Once on the ground, replace the fertilizer screen back on top of the safety mesh. Secure it with the clips. Once secured, go ahead and wiggle with the arm until the pin comes free. You can see it kind of wobble in its holder. Set it back on the ground. And if it's a real windy day, you're going to have help. Somebody will have to hold the arm right here, and they can pull on the arm and also give you that freedom of the pin. When you come over here, watch your fingers, pull down on the pin, and you can lock it on this side or this side. Either way, lock it out of the way. And it works best with two people. Pick up on the handles and slide it back, and the top end up and down into the cradle. And that little lip has to go into a slot. And the one black arm, the one black support keeps it off of the tank, and the other one keeps it in the cradle. So watch as we slide it in to make sure that it goes down low enough to go into the slot. Go up, up. Okay, we're too high. Make sure it goes up into the slot and slides into place. You slide it in until it's beyond the latch, and the latch is down and it's secured. And place the pin. Might have to wiggle with the latch a little bit, get the pin in, and replace the safety key. Now it's latched. If a person was going to go down the road and do a large move, then you'd want to attach the safety strap. But as long as you're just going to be going in the field, this strap here, this pin, should hold it fine. Jim and I are going to demonstrate how one empties when you have leftover product in the tank. The process is the same, just like when you want to load product. Take the key out, the pin, slide it out of its hanger. Be careful to not let the wind get a hold of it. You need to pull it all the way forward. Go ahead and set it on the ground. Go over here to the pin, which we locked earlier. Go ahead and pull the pin down and over and let it slide up. Go ahead and pull it. Let it slide up till it locks. Now we move over here to this arm. This swing arm here has to be free in order to rotate and get under the hopper to empty out any product left over in the bin. Being very careful to watch your fingers. You need to lift this bar up, and with the assistance, again, very carefully, the assistance of someone else, you want to go ahead and push and stake this and make this hinge. This is definitely a two-man project. Slide it all the way over. Now that it's free, you can let go of this. Go ahead and give me a little slack. Go ahead and pull the pin down in order to give freedom of movement. Very carefully, watching one's fingers. Slide this over until you can get around the tire. Once you're around the tire, very careful to not let the wind get a hold of it. Let it slide back. Until it rests right under the bottom of the meter cartridge. And open up this door here. And then you take this handle, which allows the product to flow out instead of being directed to the meter. And you allow it to flow until your tank is empty. Once your tank is empty, you push down on the handle and close it to let the product flow into the meter again. And you tap the door a few times, make sure it's tight, and push in and twist down. And that locks this other roll pin behind the lip in the inside. Verify that the doors are snug and that these deflectors are deflecting the product from the tank or bin to the meter cartridge. Once your tank is empty, reverse the process. Pull it out and around the tire. Swing it till it stops stop it right here. Engage the locking pin. Now we're ready to rotate this joint. Very carefully lift up on this latch and push until the joint or connection is made. There we go. Verify that the handle is all the way down and it's latched firmly in place. Move over to the latch pin, pull it out and down. And very careful not to let the wind get a hold of it. Slide it back into the hanger.